3 days, 18 hours. That's okay, because we're going to be out of here. Off of this one. Sis left. So where we're going is A2B. Or yeah, A2B. That was right. It looks icy too. Ice World. Water ice. See some of the materials that are there. They do have some cadmium, and that's the only, one of the only ones that's not full for us, so. Says exit. Now, because we didn't look at it last time, let's look at this. It just keeps changing. Because it's looking at the wrong thing. Why does it keep changing? It keeps changing. It won't stay on the Victory Forge. So you'll have to hurry and look at it and pause and all that kind of stuff. Because it doesn't stay on it long. Okay. Then we'll look at this one. Wings of Justice. So you can see what it was at the time. So now we're going to come down here. See, I wanted to lock on it, but it says exit. It's kind of freaky. Won't stay on it. Says exit. Says left. Says view. Okay, let's go land on a planet and see what's there. Continue this permit exploration of stations and planets and all of that. Is this zoom? Is this left? Is this exit? Is this left? Is this super?
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, there's our target. Well, I appreciate you coming along on this My Adventures Permit subseries. We look at systems that we have a permit for at the moment. We look at them. Like this one was a temporary permit, a week-long permit, because the system is in war, and so they allow people to come in and fight for one side or the other. Well, we're explorers. We're trader and explorers. Myself, so I'm not as much of a fighter. So I took the opportunity to come into HIP 54530 and check it out. So we're just checking out the planets, the stations, and all of that while we can, because it's not going to last much longer. Because it's an open system at the moment, but it's not going to always be an open system. We'll be looking for the brighter side, which, as you can tell by the rings of the neighboring planet, which side the sun is on. So we'll be going to that side. We have a video already on A2A, just not A2B. So we're going to go check it out. And we'll gather as many as we can. If they somehow kick us out of the system, then we won't have access. I don't think that's how it works. I think you just can't jump into it. So I think we'll be fine as long as we're here. We just can't leave, because if we leave, we can't get back in. So we're not leaving until we look at all of the planets. And there are some planets that are over 100,000 light seconds away. So at some point, we're going to have to go down there. Again, we look for the brighter side, and it has a conflict zone, and those are where you fight for one side or the other. Well, that's not what we're doing. If we get into conflict, we're going to get out as quick as we can.
Orbital flight engaged.
See, there's a spot that's got 3 types of textures: the yellow and the purple and the light blue. So we'll go into that area. Because I'm an explorer. That's what I enjoy doing. So that's what we're going to be doing. The explorer side. Now I do have some bounty hunting videos, and so and we're in solo mode. We're not in an open. And we'll look around for those that want to see what it looks like. And if an NPC came in and started shooting at us, then we would move on somewhere. But we're not in open. And those that would want to fight, I'm sure they're in open. But there might be NPCs that they can battle too. Okay, it's like the mountaintops are the yellow. We're going to go into this area, which is close. Let's pull back and see. Maybe we should be right in here, though. It's a little bit of both. Okay. Is this landing?
Landing gear deployed.
Well, we have to watch ourselves or we'll crash into the surface, and we don't want to do that. I think the only thing we can pick up is cadmium, but we'll see. In this account, my materials are about full. But the way this is set up, usually you can pull back the throttle and you can just be sitting there. At any given point. Is this alternate? Landing gears down. Oh, we hit hard. Do that every once in a while. Is this alternate? Well, we have shields. That's why we have shields. For my missteps. Look for a spot that'll let us land. Oh, see, that was a little tiny spot. That is very tiny. Is this alternate? I'm thinking about looking for a bigger spot that we can land on. It's a flatter spot right here. Is this alternate? 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 See, it's showing a spot, but Is this alternate? Boy, it's hard to find a spot. It says we have a spot, but then we don't have a spot. See, it says we can land, and then it says we can't land. Is this alternate? Is this alternate? There it is. Finally. Kind of hard to find a landing spot. Is this down?
Drive assist on.
We got the megaships out of the way since they're going to be leaving in 3 days. So we just wanted to make sure we get those out of the way. So now we're just checking stuff out. Boy, it's slick. It is really slick. Okay. Assist ship.
Ship dismissed.
It'll go into orbit and just set up there, try to stay out of those combat zones. Hopefully. Assist zoom. Well, again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you come along again. Make sure you press that subscribe button. That'd really help us out. And we have a target, which is probably a raw materials to the bottom right. Make sure that you find our channel, GFM_RDG, and watch more of our videos. And in the description, you find ways to donate, join our Patreon, find our fleet carrier, and add tritium to it. All of those ways would really help us. We're at HIP 54530, which we have a temporary permit. They're at war, and they've let everyone come in and take sides and war it out. Well, that's not really what I'm into. I'm into exploration, and since I have a permit to the system, we're going to check it out. We're going to explore, like we always do. Scoop. Scoop. And I'm going to bring it to you so you can see it. So even after the permit is revoked, you can watch the videos. Is this mode? This is the only combat I care about, is shooting rocks. So we'll check this one out, and then there's another one over there. Now we're about full, so we can't collect much. And you'll see there'll be a square box, and if it has points, we can pick up the material. But if it doesn't have points, we can't pick up the material. That's the way this works. See that one? No points, no points. That one has points, but that's another location. That one doesn't have points, so there's no, I guess, no cadmium in that one. See, this one's just another rock, so we gotta go shoot it. But I'm just showing it to you because I'm pretty well full. I can't do much more with it, which is good. I mean, it's good when your materials are full. I did say a long time ago, one day I'm going to fill up these materials. Well, I have, pretty much. If we can get some cadmium, we could really fill it up. Because this place has cadmium. And those are all full. There is some other thans we can go check out. I know a lot of you like the other thans. Not everyone's a gunner, but I bring it to you from a trader explorer perspective. I am using an HB Reverb G2. The visuals are very good, but the tracking is very bad, just like all the others. And now I don't know if we can climb that thing. Probably too icy to climb. I mean, there is a possibility we could go around. See, it's really icy. It's hard to do anything. It just wants to spin out constantly. It's all about the spin outs. Still, there's something over here. I don't see a trespass zone yet. Oh, we see wreckage. Probably from that war. It is Nerve Agents Legal Salvage. They even have coffee. I'm probably going to need some of that. Platinum. Some of them are broken open too. A material, mechanical scrap. We can pick that up. Maybe. If we can get over there. There are a few items that we could pick up, maybe, if we can get there. Okay, we picked that up. There was another item. Consumer technology. I don't want to pick up cargo, though. Is this scoop? Okay, I don't want to pick up everything. Power generators. And that's what we do, we check stuff out. But it's very slick and it's very hard to maneuver. Because it's not like the old days where we could just go into Elite Dangerous non-horizons and be in orbit. Well, we can't do that anymore. Kind of fix that. You have to pretty much self-destruct. And there's some others. Stuff. See, that mechanical scrap was pretty good. That was material. Is this right? Your inventory is empty. Is this right? So that mechanical scrap was put into our materials. Is this right? Is this right? Now, my voice attack's not even listening. There's always something wrong. A lot of issues, kind of like Fallout 4. Like some of our other series that we got going on. Fallout 4 is one of those that Bethesda is not the best about fixing stuff. They like putting out some pretty good stuff, but fixing it? No, not so much. Not much into patching. Patching doesn't pay, and they just want the pay. Yeah, it's a down satellite that we can scan. Got to remember which one I can actually do. Secondary. Yeah, it is the middle one. Okay. Collect some. Yeah, but it was unable to receive the data because we're full. Yep, we are. So that's the thing. In this series, I do have 2 other accounts, and yes, I could have brought over one of those, and it would have collected them. And kind of second thought, it probably was the better idea, because then I could collect some of the materials. But this is our main account. This is the one we'll use with Odyssey and all of that. So this might be the same place we were at. So you can wind up going over the same places over and over again. So that's why I usually just do about 2 of them and leave it at that, because we'll just be going to the same locations unless we go back to the main menu and come back. But like I said, check out our Fallout 4 and our Half-Life Alyx and our Ultimate Fishing Simulator and No Man's Sky and Subnautica and Pinball VR. There's a lot of cool things. But the main thing, you get to see these icy worlds. That's what you wanted to see. Kind of see what's here. We still have some time left. And the target tracking is not real good. Let's see, is everything full? Everything is full. You can tell by those square boxes, if they have points on the corners, then it's not full, but see, none of them have points, so that means they're all full. They're awful. Wow, pretty awful. But that's okay. Like I said, most of these other thans we've seen. Yeah, I don't like the ping pong back and forth between the locations we've already been. Is this zoom? I like going to new things, not the same things. Takes a little bit for the sensor to repopulate. So as soon as it repopulates, we'll be able to visit something else. The main thing is you get to see the planet. We're at A2A and HIP 54530. But there might be something over here at a distance. But we'll stay in the valley. In the base of the canyons till things pop up closer. But we're just exploring. That's what we like to do. We like to explore. We only have about 4 days till they lock down the system again. And then we'll probably lose that permit because we're not part of the combat community. Goals. So there's some materials. Matters where it's at. Looks like it could be rough, but we could go that way. We could take some cadmium, but that's about all we can take. So far, everything has been full, and hasn't worked out for us to gather any additional stuff. It's very hard to maneuver because it's very icy. So I'll be spending at least the next 3 days landing on planets and checking out settlements and stations and things like that before I get kicked out. See, these are all full. Yep, they're all full. So there's nothing I can do. I can't load anything up when we don't have any space for it. Now what's nice about materials, if you die, you don't lose them. Like you do with cartographics and with containers. Again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That'd really help us out. Watch more of our videos at GFM_RDG. Find our fleet carrier and add tritium to it, either in the fuel tank or through the commodities market. It's open, so you can go land on it, and in the description it tells you how to find it. Because it could be several days or even a week after I record before I can get these videos posted. So the fleet carrier could be somewhere else. So if you keep track of it through anera.cz, there's a link on how to find it. Now we're getting some other than pop up, and this would be different than the ones we viewed previous, because we went to the main menu and came back. So it's all new. It's very slick, so it takes us longer to get somewhere. And the signal's not that close, it's spread out. When it's real wide like that, that means it's far away. The more narrow it is, the closer it is, so it'll take us a little bit. Probably after this location, we'll probably end this video and recall the ship, and be prepared to go to the next location. Probably be A2C. Because I only have 4 days until the permit runs out. I've been kind of rushing up the videos, in the sense of more videos, to do as much as we can. My guess is, though, we won't be kicked out of the system. It's when you leave, you can't come back. No, everyone leaves eventually. Like, why would you stay? So if you have a whole galaxy to explore. So my guess is that we would be able to go to the planets and the stations just fine after, and we'll probably test that too, because we can easily stay. Ooh, we got a trespass zone that we're right on top of. So we almost went into the trespass zone, which is fine. You go over the corner of it just to get the skimmers and stingers to pop out, and then we could exit. This is a big trespass zone, though. Ooh, it's a ship. Yeah, it's a burning ship. Is what it is. And there's a legacy Guardian, which it's not. Yeah, I think it's that one. No, it's just a sentry scammer over there. And they're wanted. There's a Guardian. That one will shoot missiles at you. Now, it's not the Guardian race. It's human, but it will shoot missiles at you. I've had them shoot missiles at me before. As long as you're outside the trespass zone, they usually won't mess with you. But yeah, one of those ships that were part of the combat didn't fare so well. So now that Guardian one, that one, it'll chase you. You shoot at it, it will come after you. So, well, this is a good place to end, and we'll go back to the menu and come back for that to disappear so we can bring down the ship and it won't try to land on top of it. Now, the best part about if we call down the ship right now, if we were going to shoot that Guardian skimmer, would be that we have point defense on the. I don't know. Do we have point defense on the ship? I don't know if we do or not right now. Maybe not, because we don't have it set up for combat. So he's coming outside of the trespass zone. They kind of try to stay in the trespass zone, but they feel provoked, they'll come after you. So this ship, see where the ship goes. I think he'll be close because of that crash zone. I don't think he'll go in the trespass zone, but I think he'll stay near it. It's kind of a test. I want to see what it's going to do. No, he's staying away. Kind of surprising, because usually they'll get close. There it is. Well, I do appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again. when we go to A2C. Because usually the ship will stay closed in combat situations because of, now we could get in the ship and go park next to the trespass zone, and then if we had point defense, then it would protect us. Sys mode. Well, again, I thank you for coming along. Hopefully you come along again. And I went too far. Sys down. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.